So hi guys, in this video I will talk about the Primal Survivor Battle Royale, this new update. Recently I uploaded some weapon playoff videos in this game, but I want to talk about the more informations easily with not subtitles but my speaking. When it was appeared, I always make the first rank except just 2 or 3 weeks. And why I didn't make the first rank at that 2 weeks is because of that exam time. So today is Thursday, but I make the first rank already. It is very funny for me and very rare for me. I'm good player. So before starts that island, if you have the experience of PUBG, so Play Unknown's Battleground, or Black Survivor, which is eternally turned now, some survivor games, or Tarkov, I think you guys will well play this game. So first, I will talk about the weapon case. So first weapon is Inferno. In here, Inferno is very trash weapon, so recently get the buff patch. But after the buff patch, it is still not that good weapon. It have the lowest farming speed in 4 weapons, and it doesn't have any big CC. They only have paralysis. Then what this weapon's good things is, this weapon can kill the bow very easily. It is the counter of bow. If you lose to the bow by this weapon, it means you did something wrong. Its problem is 100% you if you lose to the bow by this weapon. And then why this weapon is bad is because if you want to have the high kill ability, this weapon should go to the gold because of some damage and E-skill chains. But I said you before, this weapon have the lowest farming speed and have not that big CC, so kill ability is not that high. It means you should make your kill with you should earn your parts for weapon upgrade by just killing. But if you want kill cannon, they just use W and run away. And if you want to kill the hammer, you lose to them. Whatever you do, you cannot win the hammer by Inferno. So it means you should get the parts by killing bow. But in that game, if there are no many bows, it means you cannot make gold weapon easily. So it is very hard to do it. And it means it is hard to get high rank. And next weapon is hammer. Hammer have the highest speed in all weapons and very high farming speed. And it is the only weapon which range is very small. And I always say that this weapon is only for the last page of electronic fair, because this weapon have the many CC skills, but this weapon's attack speed is very slow. So it is hard to hit it. So what I recommend is, if you get the hammer, just make the silver fastly, and if there is a chance to kill player, then kill. But if it is impossible, just farming. Avoid the player before last page of electronic rules. And if you make the gold weapon luckily, just wait until the last page electronic. Just avoid the person. And if it becomes the last page of electronic fields like this, just use the W and E skills and push enemy out of electronic field like this, because last page is very sick. But one problem is that cannon is the very hard counter of hammer, and bow is the counter of hammer. But you can kill Inferno very easily. And next weapon is cannon. It is my favorite and main weapon. This cannon is also very bad weapon before silver, but because it have the W, which is push enemy to back, and it is ranged weapon and have very fast farming speed. So you should avoid the people until silver weapon, but after you become silver weapon, now you don't need to run away. If you have a chance, you can kill the person, but its bad thing, it also don't have the high kill ability. So you should focus on making gold weapon first rather than kill the person. Because after you become the gold weapon, your Q skills give slow and your kill ability become higher than before. Also, it is the strong weapon at the last stage of electronic field because it also have the 2cc skills and can counter the hammers. But it is very weak to the bow. Bow is the hard counter of cannon before last electronic field. Also in last electronic field, it is important to don't give the range to bow. But in this case, because of hammer, I cannot fully avoid the bow. And like this, if enemy avoid your W or E skills with space, it is very bad time until cooldown. So I successfully killed the bow, but hammer attack me because I'm the hard counter of them. So this is the cannon, and last weapon is bow. Bow, which was always good weapon and have the highest farming speed, range, and have high kill ability. So it means if you pick the bow, you should make the many kill at the first of game before go last electronic field. Whenever you make the kill stack, it gives you additional buff like movement speed or space cooldown reduction, etc. So if you are bow, spawn at the mid and make the bronze weapon fastly. And after you make bronze weapon and fully hit the W skills or make the enemy 5 poison stacks, you can kill him 100% whatever you do. If you fail it, it is just your problem. And after silver, because of E skills, it is also good at chasing. And after become gold, E skills give you high speed. It is very good to chase and survive. So in this case, I'm changing the hammer for kill stacks and get the kill stacks. So what I recommend is you guys should know all weapons case, because when you spawn it, and if there is no weapon near you what you want, it means you cannot farm the oak tree and dinosaur because enemy will eat it. Then it's the very bad game start. So that's why I recommend you guys should play 4 weapons case. And if you kill the enemy, you can steal the enemy's weapon. So if you start with bow and make the many kill stacks, at the last of page, if you kill cannon or hammer, just change the weapon by them. Your kill stacks can stack by person, so that's no matter. And if you make the gold weapons and get many better items, make the position is the first thing what you do, following the electronic field. And if you have the high stacks, at the last electric field, many enemies think you are the most strong person because of stacks can be shown by enemy. So if you have the high stacks, then you will think at last electronic field, many players will be hit me first. I'm the first target to them. So what I recommend except bow is just make the 1 stack kill for movement speed and make other kill stack at the last electronic field. Other skill stacks are also good options like space cooldown reduction, but because of aggro of these stacks shown, it is not recommended for the other weapons. That's why I don't do the kill meta except bow. You can there is no enemy who make the kill stacks in this game. Let me show you in other videos. Also, you can see that hammer make 2 kills in this game. And I have the first text. So thanks for watching.